Hi, I'm Marybeth Van Horn. Welcome to Nurse Chats. I'm glad to see you again. And I've been getting some emails, which has made me very, very happy. And somebody emailed me a suggestion that they wanted to hear about what to do when they can't visit someone, such as a person in a nursing home. They had a loved one there and they just feel at such a loss and completely powerless and just really difficult. So, my biggest suggestion is to just send cards. They're visual, the person can hold it, they can touch it, they like it, they can relook at it. You can send cards to the staff. You can put little gifts in cards that are card sized. You can send a pop-up card, whatever is appropriate for you. There are cards that you can make your own card. So I have a card service that I subscribe to, and I really love it because I can make any kind of card I would like. If I want my pictures on it, if I want to choose from their card catalog, I can do that, and I can add a gift and their card size gifts or other gifts. So that's been really, really helpful for me because I can send more cards than once. These programs are so awesome. They have, where you can send cards in the future. So if you wanted to send a card every week to somebody, you could create all these cards or pick them out and then sign them and whatever, and then they'd be coming weekly. That kind of thing is so nice. But secondly, it takes that memory off your head to have to remember to do it. Or if you don't have cards and we're quarantined and you haven't been out and you don't have stamps, so you can have a service do it for you. If you have that luxury of having a whole bank of cards, some people are great at that. I've never been great at that, so that's why I have the card service. But anyway, if you're a person who has cards on hand, that's great, and you can pre address them and have them on a desk and send them as you think of it. Okay, so that's a great option. The other thing is that you can send to the staff, like I say, small gifts or gifts with your card. The good news is that it's easy for them as well. I mean, they can quick look at it. They usually post it at the front desk so everybody can see it. Generally, a lot of places now I don't think are allowing flowers. Big flower arrangements are big. They eventually die. They have to be taken care of, whatever. They may carry germs in and of themselves because they're living. That's another thought on those. I think most intensive care units now don't even allow flowers. So maybe something that is not a flower, but something that is just as nice, such as a pop-up flower or a small thing for the desk. That would be something that would be sustaining, something they could keep at the desk, like a little solar waving flower or something, whatever. But the other thing about cards is you send them, you don't necessarily know who received it when you send it to the staff or whatever. So don't worry if they don't respond because they're so busy. They may have lots of cards coming in. We don't know that. It's nothing personal. They just can't get back to you. And even your loved one may be so busy at a rehab center, for instance, or a hospital, and they're going to therapies a couple times a day, plus they're having tests, plus they're having meals, and it's pretty busy. I mean, they are very busy in these places. So bath time, and it goes on and on. So they can look at the card when they're ready, when they have a little bit of time, right before they might be able to, having a nap or right after a meal, something like that. Those are always nice. Balloons, I don't know if they're allowing balloons anymore in the facilities, but keep in mind that if a person's in a nursing home especially, or a rehab center even, the rehab centers are bigger rooms, but the nursing homes have smaller rooms and there may be a shortage of space. So you don't want to be sending big items to people when there's a shortage of space? Is it the nurses don't know what to do with it? The care providers are constantly having to move it because it's too big or it's taking up space. So be aware of that. Be aware of the fact that people aren't always going to respond. It doesn't mean they didn't get it. It doesn't mean it didn't mean anything to them. Of course it did. But it's a nice thing to just send a card and not worry about it. Just send the card and know that it's been received, okay? And then trusting the mail system that they did they receive it. So the other thing about cards and things like that is it's one-way communication, right? So you're sending a card. Have no agenda as to whether they received it, whether they liked it, whether they responded to you. Just send the card because that's a nice thing to do, okay? The other thing is telephone calls, or if a person's able to take a text, if they have that capability, something short, no lengthy things, nothing, I always say loaded is the word I use. Don't send bad news. Don't send stuff that's controversial. Don't send stuff that's going to upset. Please don't do that. Just send only positive things to people and short, because they're either compromised or not in a very good place health-wise or whatever. So it's got to be short, but send it, okay? Or make the call. Make a quick call. If they can't talk, just say, maybe start the conversation with, I know you're busy, but even if you can't talk, let me know, and I'll call you another time. Or what's the best time to call? That's all I need to know right now. Or something very short like that. And let them know that you're thinking of them, but you don't want to take up a lot of time, okay? Because people are tired. They may be, like I say, distracted, depressed. There's a variety of reasons that we want to be short and to the point, okay? So that's what I have on that, and I can't wait to start hearing you and getting such great responses. And I love the emails, and I love the suggestions. So we'll be taking more and more of your suggestions and doing more and more of these little chats, and I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much.